Hello, YouTube! We are the Nerdy Tribunal. I am Derek. Joined today with me is Tom, Ernest, and Victor. I'm just going to ignore them. Hope they don't put themselves on camera. Today we're going to talk about a bit more about Infinity Wars that came out on April 27th. It's been about 2 weeks, if not more, since its release as we're doing this recording. So if you haven't watched this, sorry, not this, haven't watched the movie,
too fucking bad.
Basically,
what's wrong with you, man?
like, go watch it, because there's going to be tons of spoilers in here, especially this episode. So go watch it, come back.
Stone can't even reverse that. You heard spoilers.
That's how whatever.
What if the time stone, but I can't twist all my arm that way? Like,
Well, that's all time you get back. Go back.
Then you stop the time and
do I just
stop using the stone and then you
you lay on the ground and you do a log roll. You just keep on going. So it's infinitely change time.
You do this and it's like, oh wait, and then stop turning back time.
All right.
Reset. And do it again.
Just break your wrist.
God damn, I wish I could turn back time in this conversation. Start from the intro. Anyways, we're going to talk a bit about what the movie was actually about and the character that the movie is actually about. So talk about Thanos. And I want to tell everyone, Thanos. We're talking about Thanos.
Thor calls him Thanos.
What is he like? Maybe he's Wakandan. It's like Thanos.
That's borderline not acceptable here.
You're like
Okay, he's an Eternal, first of all. So there's human DNA. We don't know he's from Wakanda.
Anyways, we're gonna talk about Thanos. So we're specifically.
Grimace just worked out.
Yeah, Grimace went buff and lost all that moldy purple nuggets weight. All right, we're gonna talk about Thanos and more or less about why. Sorry, do we like him as a character? Shut up, not done yet. Why, okay, if we liked him, why if we did not like him, why we didn't like him, but also, was he right for the way he was portrayed? Was it right or correct? And we'll get into that a little later. I'll try to find a better way to word it. But let's first off, okay, did you like Thanos the way he was portrayed in the movie?
I was in my brain just like, magnificent! Magnificent!
Did you like Thanos?
Magnificent!
Fair enough. Did you like Thanos?
Yes.
Did I like Thanos? For the most part, yes. Alright, so why did you like Thanos, Victor? What in the movie made him...
He's relatable.
Relatable?
Yeah, it's the fact that it's same with Black Panther.
You're purple too?
Yeah, myself, sure.
You have a purpley and wrinkly chin?
No, he has he's not a lot of these comic movies, not naming anyone's movie specifically. A lot of these villains you can't really side with them. You don't see their point in this. Like a lot of it seems like it's old school comic writing, whereas it's okay. It makes
There's
sense.
bad,
No, their schemes, their plans, everything doesn't really make sense in present day. Whereas what Thanos is doing makes sense.
Yeah.
Considering what's going on in the world and everything, you can actually see it as if an alien was, as we said in the previous video, if an alien shows up, you can see as this is the reason why he's here to fuck shit up. Simple as that. So he's relatable. You can see things from his point of view. He has human traits where you can kind of empathize on and sympathize and whatnot. So I just find that it's a fully fleshed out villain that makes sense.
Ernest, did you like Thanos? And why? Sorry,
I like him a lot because I think the one thing that you can, more relatable is when... Remember the scene where he talked about... Spoiler, by the way, but too late now.
Wait, past that?
Told already. Go on.
You remember that scene with Gamora when they say they wiped out half of her race, but now their race is now health. I mean, they have money, they're thriving, and they're full stomachs. It's like when you hear that, you're kind of maybe this guy is right. Maybe if he's done that to make the better for the race and make the better race half of the race to survive, then I think what he's doing is not that bad per se, but his method is really bad, right?
Yeah.
But the way that he's trying to help these people, I guess, is he's trying to balance it out.
Yeah.
He's trying to do a good thing. It's horrific.
Unorthodox methods.
Yeah.
It's something that you can't do.
Yeah.
Right?
Not the word I would have chosen, Victor. Unorthodox is probably not contextually correct, but I'll let you slide with that one.
It's not something you should do. His method of balancing the universe, but it makes sense in a movie. I want to state that. So no one thinks anything.
That he is a genocidal maniac.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, but yeah, no, he's just everything's. He is obviously not what we've seen him in the comics. He's not the same. He has certain traits that are the same as the comics, but in this movie universe, it's perfect for it. Because if you brought, from the comic books straight into the movie, it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. It's too cartoony. It's a stupid story in this universe already built. But this one is very realistic, and it's you relate to him, and you like he has emotions. It's not like watching like older MCU movies do have that problem with villains where they just homicidal maniacs. They're
Which I think
angry.
Which I think there's a place and time for, right? Like
yes.
Rowan the Accuser was kind of like power hungry, right? Like so it's like when he got off, it's kind of okay. Same thing with Ego the Living Planet. He was kind of power hungry too, right? So like there's a time and place for it, and so you guys all felt that Thanos not being necessarily a power hungry villain.
He was power hungry, but you can't.
But that wasn't his
group him in the same.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But that's the thing. Because he's not like Ego or like Ronan the Accuser, which are the first ones that come to my mind. He fits outside that box. So power would be almost secondary. His own righteousness, so basically maybe even his own hubris would be the reason why he is doing what he is, right? Like he feels that he's better. He's the only one that has the power and the intelligence and the means to fix the universe. So it's almost like a god complex, right? So it's this hubris. That's right. It's this hubris that is kind of driving him. Not necessarily he's hungry for that power to become a god. He already thinks he's a god, right?
The two differences between Thanos' need for power and many of the other villains in MCU, or a lot of movies like this, right? Where it is that the other one is usually driven based on revenge or just wanting to conquer. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. For Thanos in this movie, it's the power is needed to save and to balance the universe. Yeah, it's not to conquer people.
He's playing God.
He is playing God.
That's it. Straight up.
He thinks it's the righteous thing to do for him, right?
He's not doing it because he wants to dominate people. Yeah. He doesn't want
to control people. Yeah. He just wants to fix things in his own eyes.
At the end of the movie, he did it. Yeah. He went to this peaceful place, very nice place.
I believe it's in Vietnam. I can't remember. Someone told me, hey, that's a shot. It's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I love that shot.
It's very nice. Yeah. And I think there was one of the comics, it's kind of, there's a scene kind of like
there's
farmer.
There's a scene.
And
Thanos settles down, right? Like,
he looked at peace.
Yeah.
And he's like,
he achieved his life's goal.
I did what is necessary because he didn't want to see what happened to other planets that has happened to his own home planet. And it's like, well,
can't fault him for it, right? Like,
how can I hate him?
Like, how can you fully hate him, right? So, like, I like Thanos, but like, I think I explained in our other Infinity War video. The first few minutes I was just like, no, this is not the Thanos I read about. This is not the Thanos that Rob from Comics Explained told me about. This is not the Thanos that I thought was like really butthurt for getting like friend zoned and like wanting to destroy the universe, like kind of deal. That Thanos. But then I realized, as Tom said, for the movie, and then I thought, and for the movie and the movie world, the MCU, this is the character. They have full rights to change the character the way they want to, and they did it in a way that I was less angry and then completely fine with it really quickly. Especially when I saw the scene that Ernest mentioned about him picking up
young Gamora.
Young Gamora and like offing half of her planet. I'm like, this makes so much sense. It's like such good writing, right? Like such clever storytelling, and then because they made Thanos that way, it made the entire story cohesive. Everything made sense. Everything fit well. Everything like he didn't. You couldn't even you could question why he did some of his choices, but it's easily explained because of how Thanos was. Like, why don't you just beat the living shit out of everyone just to get what he wants? He selectively just punched people and killed people, right?
Like you.
He did it. He did that because he's not a like complete psychopath.
Yes.
Right? Like, he's not a complete psychopath. It's like, I just want to kill. He's doing it for a reason. So he's not killing people necessarily indiscriminately, right? He is I think he's very conscious about when he's fighting all the other superheroes. Well, that he's not murdering them like with 1 or 2 punches, right?
You can tell from like a lot of the scenes where, like the scene with Star-Lord, where he was like telling him to kill, like holding Gamora hostage, and trying to force him to kill her and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, like that. Oh, I like you. And then also, like at the end when he's talking to Tony Stark, it's like, oh, I can like see a resemblance in him, right?
Yeah, it's like like it was about knowledge or something.
Like they both are like, they're like, you know, they were similar, right? Yeah. So it shows that, you know, he's not doing what he's doing just because.
Yeah.
There's something deeper going on in his head.
Yeah.
And it shows
he's not just killing indiscriminately. I don't like, boom, that's it, or like, stab,
which
right?
is like many villains, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh well, you're gonna die now. I know you're gonna get killed by this villain because. Like, that's what they do. But that's actually my favorite thing about this version of Thanos, where he showed a lot of mercy. Yeah, at the beginning against the Asgardians.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of dead bodies, but I think that's because
half of them were saved.
Yeah, because Thor literally says half my race of people died, so half of them must have survived.
But I don't think that's the reason why he killed that many people. It's because
they're probably gonna put up a resistance, right?
They're putting up a resistance, and that's the only time. And he was looking for the Tesseract. He knew it was there.
Yeah.
So only time in the movies that I can think of where he was actually killing people was when
Loki.
When people are trying, when he's trying to get that stone,
and when people are actually actively trying to kill him. Yes. So I think he would have let Loki live if Loki didn't try to kill him.
Yes.
Right.
He would have.
Gamora had to die to get the Soul Stone. That was different.
And you saw how
he didn't kill anyone else. Like, he didn't physically kill someone else himself.
On screen, you did not see anyone else.
Huh? Heimdall. That's Heimdall.
So it's the first 2. You can assume he killed a few people as the Guardians.
But Heimdall was purposeful, I think, to stop him from using his powers. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
to warp everyone out. Yeah.
Yeah. So because he was trying. Yeah, he was resisting.
Yeah.
So he had to.
Yeah.
And then you look at Gamora, that was to get the stone, and Vision.
To get the stone.
To get the stone.
Yeah.
Because he could have murdered every Avenger that was trying to protect Vision there.
Yeah.
Even Scarlet Witch, he could have crushed her. He had 5 stones at that point.
Yeah.
Any of them could have killed any of them.
I think there's also the point that because you know he's going to succeed in what he's doing, he doesn't need to kill him. Because let the luck of the draw get rid of whoever.
But like,
the thing is, that's the thing. Like, it's not just like he knew. It's just like he just didn't do it, right? Like he
easily could have.
Yeah, he easily. The fact is, like, we don't step like he just didn't treat them like insects and like.
But I think that's what humanizes him because of the fact that he's not out to murder. He just wants to do what's good for the world.
And that's my favorite thing about him. Yeah. Where he could have killed the Hulk, he just put him into the wall. He could have killed Black Widow, but he just buried her with rocks. The best one is Thor threw an axe at him into his chest, and he's like, "Should have aimed for my head." At that moment, when he snapped his fingers, he could have killed Thor, but he still left it at random.
Yeah, because he wanted him.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's my goal. I just want to balance the universe.
He's asked the question: kill random people, kill half the universe at random. Like that's why he gave the instructions. Took the instructions to the Gauntlet.
I wonder if he added him to those
himself. Probably.
I
think he subconsciously said, "Accept me," right? Like kill everyone, half the universe. Accept me. Like just unconsciously said it to the Gauntlet.
Like knowing someone like that, he probably like once it gets to this level of like, again, I could do it again. So it's
fair enough.
That's the best part about Thanos.
All right, so I actually have one more question, but I think we won't bring this video to a wrap. So I'm gonna pose a question for anyone watching. You can post in the comments below. It stems from having a conversation with someone else that like watched all the MCU movies, but not necessarily a comic book fan, and she said that this Thanos we didn't get a villain that we deserved because the last few notable villains in the most recent one, minus Ego, the Living Planet, they all have the same humanizing kind of storyline, where it's like they're doing something for an understandable reason. So we had Michael B. Jordan play Killmonger. He was wronged and his father was murdered. He's coming back for revenge. Understandable, right? And then all the other political issues around that, right? Then you had Vulture in Spider-Man. I know not part of the actual MCU, but yes, still part of the MCU. Different company, counts. Too bad. But like, get the Vulture. Lost his business.
Just trying to survive.
Just trying to survive, right?
Support
his family, yeah, in the best ways. And then now we have Thanos, someone that has, well, not geopolitical, universal political issue about like resources and overpopulation and stuff like that. And it's understandable. So, did we get too many of these people, right? So in the comments below, do you feel that maybe Thanos could have been different? Because he does follow a trend of how Marvel has portrayed villains recently. So in the comments, let us know if you agree to that, and they should have been different, more menacing, I guess, or maybe you agree with us and the humanizing makes the most sense. So in the comments below, thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, and have a good night. Thank you.
What's wrong with that person?
Person.
Whoever asked that. Who asked that?
Some person.
Really?
Yeah.